Hello everybody, this is AG here, and welcome to the Rockingham Speedway in Rockingham, North Carolina, as we are here to qualify for race number 8 in season number 8 of the Turkey Hill Truck Series. Tomorrow's the Cheerwine 250 laps of action here for the Truck Series drivers, and we're almost halfway through the season already here in the Turkey Hill Truck Series. Next week at Watkins Glen, we will be halfway through the season. But tomorrow, it's 50 laps around this 1.017 mile D-shaped oval in Rockingham, North Carolina. And definitely a great track here. We've always had some great races in the Turkey Hill Truck Series and the Chick-fil-A Cup Series of the past, and anticipating another good one tomorrow. Of course, in the points standings coming into this race, and I have to see where this driver ends up falling in line, but Sebastian Kukulon there in the number 75 grabbed the last victory last weekend at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Now has a 26-point lead on the field coming into this 8th race of the season. We'll have to see how well he can adjust here around this mile-long racetrack. This is a very interesting course because these guys go really quick to start off in a run, and then later into the run we go, the slower they go, and the fall off is immense for these guys. Really a 2.5 second per lap fall off for these guys come down the pit lane, and this is only a mile-long racetrack, so the tire fall off here is incredibly severe, and that will definitely play into who ends up getting the race victory. Pit strategy will be very critical. We're going to see ourselves probably around a 27 to 30 lap fuel run for the race tomorrow, so just past halfway for these guys. It's going to be interesting to see how it all ends up going down. 98 machine, Ryan Kinghart. We've talked about quite a bit. He almost got the win last weekend. He was one of those guys running up front at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Could not pull off the race victory there, but he's come close to winning many times this season and has unfortunately wrecked out in quite a few of these events, so definitely a good opportunity for him to possibly get something going his way. He's already 2/10 faster than the field. Allison Rain there in second. 42 machine to John Andrews, looking to back up his good starting position from Charlotte there. And you got Owen Miles and the 22 of Eric Drew, the top 5 here at the Rockingham Speedway. Derek Campbell's up there. Laura Chung in the 7 machine. The 02 of Will Parrish, 99 of Zach Winkle, and then the 24 machine of Noah Clifton, currently the top 10 here in Cheerwine 200 qualifying. Ryan Kinghart in the number 98, definitely a driver to watch out for this entire season. Like I said, he's come close to winning many times already, but sits 7th in points, 54 behind. You know, if a couple certain races went a different way, he'd be in a much different position, especially Texas. I really look at Texas being that one race where he was running up front and the race could have easily won the race there at the Texas Motor Speedway, and then ended up wrecking out and falling way behind. So we'll just have to see if he finds a way to rebound. I mean, we're still not quite halfway through the season yet. Could see an opportunity for him in some of these next few races. Thomas Troxel, the Bristol winner, is second quickest right there. Then it's Allison Rain in the 40 machine of Nathan Stapleton. And there's Sebastian Kukulon, 5th quickest right now. Kukulon has been incredibly fast this season. Finally got his first win of the season, though, at Charlotte last week. Took him 7 races, but he had come close many times as well. He's now 3rd quickest here in qualifying. He's definitely going to be a driver to watch out for throughout this entire season. A highly experienced veteran who's won championships before on the channel. Of course, the rating system coming into play. Of course, when we move into the new series next year, the Wawa Cup Series, the rating system's going to be different again, the way that's all going to play out. So everyone's going to be more or less on an equal footing when we begin the season next year. But then as the season gradually progresses, certain drivers will have advantage over others, and definitely going to be interesting to see how that all plays out. But excited to do the Wawa Cup Series and the Wawa Sprint Series kind of together. So the Sprint Series is still going to be kind of part of the whole Wawa Cup Series, which is still kind of the old Wawa Pro Series. You know, I want to do something that I'm going to enjoy, that you guys are going to enjoy, that is very inviting to everybody. That's why the Wawa Sprint Series is going to have sign-ups every week. And then the top 4 finishers in each of those races go on the race in the Cup Series as well. The other thing that I never mentioned is that I plan on getting rid of qualifying. I hate doing these qualifying sessions. I really do. They're boring, and I don't know. Going to get rid of qualifying. Qualifying going to be one of those ratings that you can add your points to throughout the season next season in the Wawa Cup Series. So definitely excited to see how all that will play out. And it won't be long from now. I mean, February is not going to be that far away, and the older I get, the faster time goes. Most of y'all are younger than me, so you got that to look forward to. But yeah, we'll be doing Wawa Cup Series just around the corner. I do anticipate sometime in November we'll be beginning the owners' sign-ups or the owners' roll call and getting all that figured out. And more than likely than not, we'll fill in the last few full-time slots. Of course, we have a lot of guys who signed up for Wawa Pro Series. I'll also do a roll call for those guys. And I would imagine we'll get to probably mid-January when we fill a lot of those slots up. And begin that. Actually, maybe early January, because get the Meliolo Smooth Fest, which will be the first race at New Smyrna. Going to play out a lot like the Clash does in real life, where the 36 full-time drivers will all be in race. That's going to be the first weekend in February, so let me get started right away with all that. So yeah, we got that to look forward to. But in the meantime, we got the Turkey Hill Truck Series to play out. And I think one thing that I am partly not enjoying with this series is that it's not a custom series. There's not a lot of interaction. It's just a basic series, and loses its magic after a while. But we'll get it done. Got the Thanksgiving 500 coming up as well, and that is pretty much in just about 6 weeks. It ain't gonna be that long before we do the best special event of the year. These guys are having some trouble getting on the pit lane here. Be on the outside lane, trying to cut down with somebody on their inside. Ryan Kingart's fastest, and you have the 17 machine of Thomas Troxel, Sebastian Kukulon, the 20 machine of Allison Rain. Nicholas Samadeo is 5th. Nathan Stapleton, the 42 machine of John Andrews, Owen Miles, Brad Stover, and Eric Drew, the top 10. Now, the start of the race tomorrow is going to be a very critical point in the event, because, and we got some carnage right there. Thomas Troxel on the 17 with major issues. These guys are scrambling all over the place. Some guys have fresh tires, other guys are on worn tires right now, and definitely playing an effect on everybody. It's all over the place right now. I think everyone was able to get a good lap in, though, and everyone did get a good lap in, so don't have to worry too much about that. And that's one thing I'm kind of looking forward to getting rid of, is qualifying. I think that'll make it a lot more enjoyable. Just jump right into the race every week, basically, and that'll be a lot of fun. You know, John Andrews with an issue there. None of it matters. All the time standing, you know. And that's another thing too about getting rid of qualifying. I mean, you do this big group session, and it's like, okay, so much happens, it doesn't matter, you know. At this point in the session, I don't think anyone's going to be improving their times, but I'm actually wrong about that. Chris Tejada went up there and got 5th. So he snuck his way in there late in the going there in the number 15 machine. Chris Tejada has been quietly good, but he's only got 1 top 10. He's been doing very well in qualifying, at least I feel like he has. I feel like he's been up front for quite a few of these races, but just hasn't been showing it near the end of a lot of these races. So with that pushes Samadeo down a position. Stapleton there in 7th. John Andrews, Owen Miles, and Brad Stover, the top 10. We're almost done. I care about the race a lot more than I care about qualifying. Qualifying is a formality at this point. That's all it is. I honestly don't even need to show you guys this anymore, but I want to be honest. And, you know, I want you guys to know that the starting lineup did, in fact, actually come from something. Big closing rate with certain guys who are on fresh tires and who are on worn tires. This is not a place you can get around if your tires are worn. That's just all there is to it. There's probably a good 20-mile-per-hour difference into the corner from fresh to old tires, and that's what makes this place really, really interesting. I don't think there's any other track on the schedule, maybe with the exception of Darlington, that has a bigger fall-off, but even Darlington doesn't have quite the fall-off of this track. Because at Darlington, you fall off 1.5, 2 seconds near the end of the run, but that track is a bit longer than this one, so definitely going to be interesting to see how the race ends up playing out. See if we end up with any ties, and I don't think we did. I'm just saying that. I didn't actually look to see. But rarely do we end up with any ties, and I do believe everyone is in their respective positions. And there will be no tiebreakers needed. And that'll do it. So Ryan Kinghart wins the pole. That will be Kinghart's second pole of the season, and Kinghart is the first driver to win multiple poles this season here in the Turkey Hill Truck Series. Thomas Troxel, Sebastian Kukalam, Nicholas Samadio, Allison Rain, Chris Tejada, Nathan Stapleton, John Andrews, Owen Miles, and Brad Stover. Samadio went out there, went from 6th to 4th. So that actually happened right at the end of the session there. So good job out of Samadio. Take a look at the rest of the results right there. And we do not have any ties in the grid, so we are good to go for tomorrow's 50-lap race here from the Rockingham Speedway in Rockingham, North Carolina, the Cheerwine 200. Thank you guys so much for watching once again. Have a great Friday night. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 11:30 Eastern Time, right here on AG, the channel for the 8th race of the season in the Turkey Hill Truck Series. I will see you guys later.